Hey, so I refereed a few times in my life.
I have two actually.
You have?
Soccer.
When have you refereed?
Soccer, not basketball.
That doesn't really count.
How does that not count?
Because it's not a real sport.
Stop. Jesus Christ.
Do I sound like the guys in like a Bleacher Report's comment section?
Yes.
I'm joking. But aside from soccer, have you refereed basketball?
No. Well, not officially, at least. When I say I referee soccer, like
in an official capacity, like that was your position.
I still have like the jersey, not the jersey, like the.
Oh, really?
Shirt, yeah, and I think I have the flags too.
Oh, say word.
Yeah.
Wait, what flag?
Like the yellow and.
Okay.
Yeah. So like we didn't have. This is a while ago, and back then they didn't give us like cards; they gave us like flags. Mm-hmm. So I have that. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Flags. A little tidbit.
When I was in grade 8, they made me referee like some grade 7 All-Star game. Mm-hmm. And shout out to the teacher. I think his name was Mr. Christian Baum. He's probably one of the coolest teachers. He was the only teacher who never judged me because my brother would just do reckless shit, and he's 2 years older than me. So everyone would just have me in their homeroom and think like, oh, he's just like his brother. But he was one of the only teachers who didn't do that. So he was showing mad love, but I refereed the All-Star game and I got calls wrong. But then when you know how you just second guess yourself, and he looked at me, he's like, don't second guess yourself. That's the call. And like, he would like, at a certain point, some of the players were so pissed that they were like running up on me. And then he literally stepped up and he's like, yo, that's the call. The call was correct. And he backed me up. And I was like, yo, this shit is fucking stressful.
Was he coaching?
He was coaching one of the teams. So it's between the schools. So it's not like it's another school playing. Mm-hmm. It's just our school versus our school. But he was one of the teachers and he was helping.
One of the coaches on the team.
So
he was trying to give you confidence so
facts.
you can get the call.
Yes,
for him. Okay,
yes. And I'll never forget that. And so when I was in uni, I had a volunteer opportunity for wheelchair basketball, which was even more interesting because I didn't know any of the rules. So when I signed up, apparently you didn't need to know the rules. They're like, here are the rules, learn them. And a whole bunch of people came. So the interesting thing about like wheelchair basketball is you actually don't have to be in a wheelchair.
You don't have to be handicapped. No.
You don't have to be handicapped. Yeah. So you could be like me and just sit in a wheelchair and play wheelchair basketball. Yeah. But the way it works in most leagues is they have like a point system. So based on the type of disability that you have, like if you have no disability at all, you're going to cost more to have on the team. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they even it out. So you can have people that aren't disabled, but you can't have a whole team that's not disabled. It's going to be a huge advantage.
Yeah.
So when I got there, I didn't really understand the rules. Like, how do you call traveling in wheelchair basketball? Like you did like 2 pumps or
is there travel?
Yes, there's such a confusing rule.
Is there a double dribble?
Yes, there is. It's a very actually I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot the rules.
Is there a charge?
It's been 3 years. No, if you took a charge, it'd be a problem. But people do fall off of wheelchairs often in wheelchair basketball.
I can imagine.
So it's like I'm nervous because I don't know which one of them is disabled, and if you're disabled, I have to run over there and help them get back into their wheelchair. You know what I mean?
Well, if they just on the floor long enough, you know that they're disabled at that point.
I mean, I'm rushing over to help them regardless, but sometimes they'll be like, yo, fuck off me. Like, I got this shit. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Because they're grown men. Yeah. They're like, yo, I don't want no like 20-year-old kid picking me up. I'm a grown man. So yeah, that was a fascinating experience.
They should have to wear certain things to let them know, like so everyone is.
Maybe there was, I just didn't book it. But I was in my mind, I was like, did I get the call right? Did I get the call right? And after like the whole event was over, one of the administrators came to me, and a lot of players complained to him saying like, yo, he got this call wrong in the 4th quarter. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm not qualified for this. And the administrators kind of like understood. They knew like they wasn't paying for nobody. It was free. It was volunteer work. Yeah. But it was a very interesting experience. Very interesting. And then I learned the hard way, refereeing is not fucking easy.
No, it's not.
Because you have to like, the way that my mind works is you see the play happen, and then I let the play happen again in my mind, and then I'm like, oh, that was a foul. But when you're a referee, you have to see the play, immediately blow the whistle, or else everyone's going to yell at you for a late call.
So 2 things. Do they have post-up plays? Could you post up?
You could, but like, I mean, how are you going to do a hook? Like, that's not a high quality shot.
Like a shimmy.
the shimmy post hook?
The shimmy post hook.
Or I saw a couple people do dream shakes, man. I was very impressed.
Second thing, when I was refereeing soccer, it was like that. Mm-hmm. So first of all, the amount of like energy you have to just keep running up and
the
down
whole time. You can't even stop running, or else everyone's gonna point at you like, "Yo, that guy's not playing." It's crazy. Ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh no, I used to also play soccer.
Me too. I played midfield. Yeah. What'd you play?
I played defender, goalie, and a little bit of midfield.
Yeah, midfield is the worst one because you don't even touch the ball; you just run.
By far the worst. But yeah. So when I was refereeing it though, and I went through like all the steps, went to class for it, took the test. Mm-hmm. Like,
Oh, they made you get certified?
Yeah, I was official. I'm not only was I official, I was getting paid to do it too.
Oh, word.
So I did it for like
Was it pay good?
$90 a game.
That's valid. If
Very
you do that
valid.
every night, then that's valid.
Well, it wasn't every night. It was like
I know, but I'm saying if you can find a way to do that every night, then that you can make a living like that.
So I was like, yo, this is what's up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was and I was young too. I was like 17.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing it and refereed like 2 games. In the second game, I was like, yeah, I can't do this no more.
Word.
So we were just running up and down mad long, and I was just out. I was gassed, out of breath, and it was late in the match. So a part of me was like, I might have to just wrap this game up myself. I might have to decide this game myself because there's no I'm gonna keep running up and down the field with y'all. So the score is tied 1-1, and they pushing a little bit, and the game is almost over. And I'm like, no, we can't go to overtime. Y'all gonna have to wrap this up. So they come down, and the dude was he's about to hit off sides. But I was like, he should know not to go off sides. Like he should know not to go off sides. And I'm looking at him, and like he beats a defender, and he keeps dribbling, and then he's clearly off sides.
Right.
But the other referee on the other side is like, she can't tell, but I can clearly tell he's offsides. Word. So eventually he's supposed to kick it, but he doesn't. He just keeps dribbling. And then everyone starts looking at me like, are you going to call that? And then he eventually he kicks it, gets it blocked though. So it's like, so the goalie saves it. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So it didn't really matter. The goalie punts it. And then on the other side of the field, they do go outside and they call that. Mm-hmm. So then the coach on the team where I didn't call it lost his shit. He was like, yo, he didn't call it. Now you calling it. Y'all need to get together and all that. So then they call a timeout, and then the referee on my end is over there. She's like, yeah, man, I know this is getting kind of long, but yeah, we got to make sure you keep it even and stuff like that. I was like, all right, whatever. So then they come back down and they try to push one more time. And then dude just blatantly lay somebody out just so he can get the his man could score.
Jesus.
And he eventually did score.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't call that? Nothing. I was like, all right, y'all lost 2-1.
Corrupt referee in this
2-1.
motherfucker, man.
I was like, I'll catch y'all later. 2-1. Hey, ref, that's the score. 2-1, right? 2-1. All right. Because we had to always just like make sure everybody knew what the score was.
Yeah.
2-1. 2-1.
Yeah, it was 2-1.
2-1. And when I say they were pissed,
I'll be pissed.
Everybody was pissed.
Yeah.
And then like the next day, I felt really bad because I was like, man, those guys really put their heart on the line for that game. For me to just determine the outcome of that game, just because I was ridiculous. Tired. You know what's so crazy? As soon as I hopped in my car, like 30 minutes later, I wasn't tired no more. I was like, man.
Yeah,
like, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, that's very tough. I'd be furious. That's kind of what happens though when you hire amateur refs. I wouldn't expect any less.
Yeah, true.